У американцев таких ракет нет и никогда не было. Чем привлекателен Южный полюс.
А мы сразу знаем, куда ее запускать, да?
Ну, конечно.
Через Южный полюс, через Северный.
Нет, речь идет,
у нас только одна цель.
Нет, речь идет, конечно, о территории, континентальной территории Соединенных Штатов.
Ну так, на секунду. Эта ракета, если окажется там, где, в общем, она могла бы оказаться в худшем случае, способна уничтожить какого рода объекты, какие площади, территории?
Я вам так скажу, что если 7,5 мегатонн будет доставлено на территорию, как говорится, нашего партнера,
Тут слово партнер очень важно.
Да, то такие объекты, как город Нью-Йорк. Хороший город, но его не будет. Вообще.
Одной ракеты,
конечно. Совсем. От слова совсем. Вот. Поэтому лучше не надо.
Красивый
Американцы,
город.
кстати, они всегда боялись наших тяжелых ракет.
All right, the pride of America, or Babylon the Great, and you so-called Americans, man, is about to get this place got. All right, this is your brother Rikaga Bar, and first and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Wahara Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, those who rule well and who taught me this truth. Salutations to the brothers stiffly pushing this one truth, and shalom to that rest of the 1/3 remnant, all right, who are seeking salvation at the hands of Yahweh Shah as we await this second Exodus, all right? And yeah, man, as you can see, going into the title of this lesson, all right, we'll be entitled something along the lines of the pride of these Edomites over here in Babylon the Great, okay, is going to get this place got, okay? And really, what inspired me to do this lesson, man, was reading these comments, all right, from this news article that was released, okay? Now I was reading, I oftentimes will just read through the articles, okay, to see how these different Edomites feel, or how these heathen feel about what's going on, okay, as far as touching different wars, okay, and how different wars are escalating, okay? But this article primarily, before I come back down to this point, okay, this article pretty much was going into how China has been surrounding Taiwan, okay, and pretty much running drills, all right, surrounding, or in other words, sieging, okay, Taiwan, okay, because when you understand it, man, China pretty much feels as though Taiwan is a part of them, okay, or they wanna annex, all right, Taiwan, okay, but Taiwan believes that they're independent, okay, and they don't want that, okay, similar to what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, okay, but yeah, I'm not gonna grab this article, okay. I want to make this lesson, all right, short and to the point, but I can put it in the description box. But nonetheless, man, China is pretty much just boasting in their military might, okay? They're boasting in their military might and pretty much are like they're running this drill, okay, to prepare for the real thing, okay, which I can go up and get that point, okay? I'm not going to grab the whole article, but as you can see, man, this was released, all right, yesterday, okay? And it says China surrounds Taiwan for massive invasion rehearsal drills, okay? So they're running drills, man, rehearsing in a massive invasion of Taiwan, okay? And actually, I just came to my mind, man, all right, that's it's pretty much what Russia did, okay? Was it last year? All right, at the beginning of last year, man, you heard on the news, all right, many stories coming out how Russia was amassing troops on Ukraine's border, right? We were hearing about that heavy, and then, Russia, I believe, I forgot what they went out and said, but something like, that it's just a drill, okay, they not about to do nothing, all right? But then you fast forward, man, of, this year, okay, and they invaded it, okay, they invaded them, all right? I forgot what month it was, but it was the beginning of this year, man. And they invaded Ukraine, okay? But this just made me think of that because ultimately these, quote unquote drills, all right, rehearsal drills of invading these smaller nations, all right, is what these bigger nations are doing, okay? And then they end up actually doing it, okay? As we've seen that with what's going on over there in Ukraine right now, All right. And it actually says it, okay, right here. The very first sentence, man. All right. It says the Chinese military deployed forces all around the island of Taiwan over the weekend in a set of large-scale military drills that one Chinese military analyst called a rehearsal of possible real action. Okay? A rehearsal of possible real action. All right? And I'm not going to grab this entire article, man, because it ultimately just goes in depth of what they, were doing. But yeah, it's funny because we seen that same theme with Russia, man, because they were amassing troops on Ukraine's border. And then it kind of got quiet. You weren't really hearing much about it in the news. And then you fast forward to the start of this year, man, and they're at war right now. Okay, they're at war as I speak. Okay, so for them to come out, and say things like this, man, it's a rehearsal of possible real action. Well, all right, when you understand these scriptures, man, wars, World War III, okay, war between nations, all right, we're in those time frames. Okay, we're in those time frames, man, which, before I go ahead and get to what ultimately inspired me to do this lesson, dealing with the comment of, these E-Dumbites, I'll go ahead and grab, all right, a precept or two, okay? So yeah, man, this is the book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. Now, as you can see, man, this is red letter, all right? These are the words of Yahweh Shah, okay? And he was telling the disciples some of the things or prophecies that will take place before his return, okay, before the second Exodus, man. It says, verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. And the funny thing is, man, we are seeing all of these things take place, okay? Or a senator over here in the U.S., all right, have warned of food shortages, okay? The World Health Organization have warned of biblical famines, okay? And if you've been keeping up with the news, man, you can see that they are constantly warning of famine, okay? You had a lot of different natural events take place that are aiding in the famine, okay? Like, California drying up over here in Babylon, all right? You got California that's drying up, man. You got water shortages, okay? A lot of shit that's causing this famine, man. And that's why all these goods, the prices are going up, okay? It says in pestilences, all right? This plague that's out right now, okay? That they're saying is killing people, okay? And all the different mutations of it, all right? And earthquakes in diverse places, man. Yeah, and it's not just earthquakes. You see on the news, man, there's actually a channel on YouTube called When the Earth is Angry, okay? And I advise you brothers and sisters can subscribe to that, all right? But it's called When the Earth is Angry, man. And pretty much they just post videos of all types of natural calamities that's going on, okay? Dealing with, everything, man. Tsunamis, sinkholes, of course, earthquakes, all right? Volcanoes, okay? Remember, a lot of volcanoes was erupting, okay, these last couple years, all right? But yeah, man, why? Because the Most High, he's pushing these prophecies out, okay? And he's showing you, man, that he's about to destroy, a lot of people on this damn earth, okay? And one of the main ways he's going to do that is by way of war and famine, man. But it says, verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows, man, because all this shit that's taking place are just going to be the beginning of bad times, okay, and tribulation, all right? Okay? But yeah, I wanted to grab that, showing you, man, that, when these articles come out like this, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh told us to not be ignorant of a matter small or great, okay? So, a lot of people was ignorant of what was going on. I believe it was last year, man, at the beginning of last year, when Russia was amassing troops on Ukraine's border, ultimately running drills for the real thing, okay? And a lot of people, might have took that lightly, right? Because then it got quiet, you didn't hear much, and then you fast forward, man, and they went and invaded the place, okay? So don't be ignorant of these things, man. And then when you have, different military analysts, from said nations coming out talking about how it's a rehearsal of possible real action. Okay, understand, man, that we just read there's going to be nation against nation. Okay, because these are those times, man. And like I said, what inspired me to do this lesson is the pride of, you know, these damn Americans, man. Babylon the Great. Okay, because what you're going to find out is that America, all right, is prophesied ultimately to get involved as well. Okay, which just like how they're tiptoeing, you got NATO and the U.S. tiptoeing around that war with Ukraine, all right, trying to, you know, be a part of it, but not really, right? Like, I'll pass you, you know, I'll give you the gun to kill them, but I'm not going to go kill them myself, okay? Well, either way, Russia looks at it the same, man. They're looking at it the same, okay? And as things continue to escalate, those lines are going to continue to blur, all right? And you're going to see all-out World War III, okay? But yeah, let's go ahead and grab some of these comments from these damn Edomites, man. And you see the, you know, the little, their little pictures, okay? They got, who is this? Uncle, forgot what his name is, man. Uncle Sam or whatever, okay? These damn Edomites, man. But yeah, okay, understand that these Edomites are powerful as hell. And ultimately, they feel as though, you know, America could shut down Russia if they wanted to. They could shut down China if they wanted to, Iran, North Korea. Okay, these damn Americans, man, these Edomites are so damn powerful. Okay, and that is one of the defining characteristics of Edomites, man, is their pride. But what you're going to come to find out is that their pride is what's going to get them killed. Okay, what's going to get this place destroyed. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and just grab some comments. It says, the first comment by this guy, Jack Simpson. It says, this is not going to be good. The best we can hope for is that Taiwan can weaken them like Ukraine is doing to Russia, so we will have a fighting chance in case we get invaded by both countries. Okay? Remember that, man, because guess what? We grab some of these precepts, you're going to see that this place, America, the quote-unquote land of the free and home of the brave, man, with the strongest military and all the most military bases around the world. Yeah, man, well, you're going to see that this place is going to be weakened, okay? These Americans are going to be broken, okay? And this place will be besieged, okay? This place will be invaded, all right? And ultimately, leading up into that ultimate destruction of this place, okay? Because that's what's prophesied to happen. Name one ancient kingdom, man, that had its rise but didn't have a fall, okay? All right, now let's go ahead and jump to the pridefulness, man, and what inspired me to do this lesson, okay? This next person, concerned citizen, says you won't see an invasion of the USA, much water around it, and we would never let them get close enough to our country. Okay. And then the next person, Bobby Bay, says, plus the US has more guns than any army on the planet. Bring it on, China. We will give your troops and Chinese people an overdose of vitamin lead. Okay. All right, man. So these Edomites are powerful as hell, which there's another comment I'm going to grab. But let's grab a preset, man, because they don't believe that this place is going to get touched. Okay. They don't believe that this place is going to get touched, man. So first, let's grab this. Let's see here. Let's see. We're going ahead and grab it in Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, man. Because when you read Ezekiel 38 and pretty much, you know, the other precepts I'm going to grab, these are all dealing with this war that's going on, man. In the world war that is going to take place. Okay, World War III. Okay, now Ezekiel 38 ultimately starts referring to Russia. Okay, Gog, the land of Gog and Magog. Okay, that represents Russia, man. Now you got to understand, you know, when these things are written, obviously they would use those ancient names of the lands. Okay, but in modern times, man, the modern day land of Gog or Magog is Russia. Okay, so it goes into how the Most High is gonna ultimately put them Russians in the state of mind that they were in during, you know, the days of the Soviet Union. Okay, how they were as the Soviets. Okay, very brutal and that warlike spirit they had on them. Okay, and you're seeing those things happen. All right, primarily when you take place of what's going on over there in Ukraine right now. Okay. But when we skip down, man, verse 10, okay, verse 10, it says, thus saith the Lord power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. Okay. So what's coming into these Russians' minds, okay, and there are different news outlets that actually are talking shit openly about, you know, NATO and Babylon the Great America. Okay. So much so to the point to wherein, you know, they have said, okay, and there's a video, man, how, you know, if they were to send one rocket or one missile over here to America, that it would, a city like New York would be completely destroyed. Okay. And there's videos out with them saying these things, man. Russians. Okay. And then there was also one, okay, with them ultimately saying how the UK, if they sent some type of submarine missile or just a Saramat missile, I believe it was what they called, that it would just completely sink the entire UK. Okay, and that's one missile, man. So you got these nations, especially Russia right now, that are thinking these evil thoughts. Okay, thoughts of war. Okay, it says, verse 11. Here's the point. It says, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates. Okay. That the land that is dwelling safely, okay, the land that is at rest, okay, this represents America, man, Babylon the Great, okay, because this place has never been invaded upon, okay, this place has never really been touched like that, okay, and you see when we read through these comments that these Americans take great pride in their country, okay, and they don't think any nation, Russia, China, okay, whoever it may be, can come up against this place. Okay. But we're going to read quite the contrary, man, because what these Russians are going to do as things continue to escalate, all right, especially as the lines continue to blur, all right, concerning you know, NATO and the US involvement with that war. Okay, as the lines continue to blur, the Russians are going to get more and more active or proactive, okay, about coming up against this place. All right. And when you read up, all right, it talks about, you know, how their allies are going to be joined with them. Okay. In verse 5. All right. The Persia, Ethiopia, Libya. Okay. So on and so forth, man, which Persia represents the Ishmaelites. Okay. Ethiopia and Libya. All right. Represent them damn Hamites. Okay. All right. Yeah. Verse 12. It says to take a spoil and to take a prey. Okay, so Russia, being a predator, going to come up against this place of Babylon the Great, the prey. Okay, this is what's going to happen, man. It says to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land. Okay, yeah, man. This place that was built up off of the backs, all right, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, these people have gotten rich in an abundant lifestyle, a proudful mindset off of, you know, 500 plus years of free labor. Okay. And this country has been built up off of the Israelites. Okay. And this is the reason why the Most High is going to have this place destroyed, man, because of this pride, you know, that these nations have, especially America, is getting this place destroyed. Okay. Going to get this place destroyed, man. And that's let's see here, this is Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 20. It says, in those days and in that time, saith Yahweh, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none. Okay, why? Because ultimately the Most High is having forgiveness upon the remnant of Israelites that are returning, okay, and that are seeking mercy at the hands of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. Okay, those of us that are being brought back into this truth, man, are the Most High is going to, Lord willing, have mercy on us. Okay. It says the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none. And the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found. For I will pardon them whom I reserve. Okay, he's going to forgive us of our sins. Okay, the elect. But here's the point. Okay, it says, go up against the land of Merathaim, even against it, and against the inhabitants of Pekod, waste and utterly destroy after them, saith Yahweh, and do according to all that I have commanded thee. Okay, and this is referring to this land of Babylon the Great America, man. Because when you go into see here, click on that word Merathaim. Okay, it tells you that it represents another name for Babylon. Okay, and you click on the word Pekod. Okay, it says it represents visitation, but it says a people in the Babylonian army, all right, and a tribe in southeast Babylonia bordering Elam. Okay, but a people in the Babylonian army. So this is representing these Babylonians, man, modern day, okay, which are these so-called Americans. All right. Okay. Verse 22. It says the sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. Yeah, there's a sound of battle in the land, man. You got all these nations gearing up to go to war against each other. Okay, and we just read in Matthew 24 how Yahweh said that will happen, right? Okay. Let's see here before I grab the next comment. Verse 23, it says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? Okay. How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Okay. This is what's about to happen, man. This place is going to be wasted, a horror. Okay. It's about to be a wasteland. All right. It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? Okay. Hammer represents strength and might. Okay. And I think it's safe to say that these powerful Edomites here would agree with me in saying that America, or Babylon the Great, all right, has been the hammer of the whole earth. Okay. Anybody will say, man, because this nation has the most military bases everywhere. Okay. And these Americans are constantly bragging in the military might of Babylon, man. Well, scriptures say here, man, this place is going to be cut asunder and broken. All right. You people are going to be broken, man, because you're going to realize that, you know, your pride has deceived you. Okay. Your pride has deceived you people, man. The ones that are going to be eating lead, all right, are going to be you people. Okay. Babylon become a desolation among the nations. Wow. Verse 24, it says, I have laid a snare for thee. Okay, which is a trap. All right. A trap, man, because all these nations, these smaller nations like Taiwan, okay, like Ukraine, all right, like Israel, okay, these smaller nations, all right, are ultimately going to get Babylon trapped. Okay, because why? America thinks that they're big brother to everybody, man. They're that hammer, okay, that wants to go and play big brother. Well, they're going to play big brother in these times, man, and it's not going to go, all right, how they thought it was going to go. Okay, that's that snare that's laid for them, man. They're going to get dragged into these wars. It says, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against Yahweh. Yeah, man. This wicked ass place, man, does everything contrary to the laws of the laws of the Most High. Okay, the laws of these scriptures. Verse 25, Yahweh hath opened his armory, and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord, power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. Representing America, all right? So those weapons of indignation, man, are going to be all this nuclear arsenals that these nations have, okay? Because this third war is going to be nuclear, okay? Verse 26, okay? Because here's the point, because these people didn't think that this place, you know, was going to get touched, right? It wasn't going to, what did it say? We will never let them get close enough to our country, right? And all these things. Well, verse 26, man, come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left, okay? It says, slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation, man. This place is about to be visited upon, okay, with war, pestilence, famine, and destruction, okay? Okay, keep reading, man. Goes into this, what's about to happen. All right, let's see here. Verse 29. Call together the archers against Babylon. Okay, these different militaries, man, from these other nations. All right, their missiles, their rockets, their different, nuclear weapons. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. Okay, that represents a siege. Okay, which is another precept I'm gonna grab that's gonna tell you that. It says, recompense her according to her work, according to all that she had done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against Yahweh and against the Holy One of Israel. Okay, these proudful ass Edomites are about to get what they deserve. It says, therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith Yahweh. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord power of armies. Okay, that's what the host represents. It represents armies. Okay, the Most High controls everything. Okay, he's controlling these nations, man. He's making them think to go to war. Okay, it says, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. Okay, you see, it keeps talking about their pride, being proud. Okay, so it's gonna get you killed. Okay, it's gonna get you people destroyed, man, over here in Babylon the Great. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this next comment from this guy Robert Frost. Okay, it says, no nation would dare an armed invasion of the USA. Okay, that would be like climbing into a wood chipper. Politicians who absolutely despise America would have to disarm its people from within before any invasion from outside would stand a chance. A better way to destroy the U.S. is to let millions of unarmed people invade, get on welfare, blah, 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 blah. But nonetheless, man, the fact that he said politicians who absolutely despise America would have to disarm its people from within before any invasion from outside would stand a chance. Well, guess what? This place is going to be destroyed from the inside out. Okay, what you're seeing that with the collapse of the dollar, that's going to bring social unrest. It's going to bring economic collapse. Okay, that's going to bring all hell to break loose, man. Not to mention, this Roe versus Wade thing that's going on. Okay, the Black Lives Matter protests, and these different, different hate groups and different things, man. These different blanking on the word, these different militia groups that are all on the rise, man. Okay, you had that attack on the Capitol on January 6th. So yeah, this place is being destroyed from the inside as well. Okay, and matter of fact, we got a precept for that, man. We got a precept for that. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 19:2. Okay, because another name, okay, symbolic for America is Egypt, man, because it represents bondage or captivity of the Israelites. All right. Verse 2, it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. Okay, so brother against brother, man. You got people that are torn apart from, you got Trump supporters, you got Biden supporters. That's literally ripping families apart, man. So understand, this place is getting destroyed from the inside out. Okay, so that comment the guy left, these people have no understanding, man. They don't know what's going on. Okay, civil war. Okay, all of that's coming to this place. Okay, everybody can see it, man. But you got the guy Dabu 7 that always talks about, how the people need to stand up and be ready to do shit and blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, because you read in I believe Second Ezra's how there's going to be sedition among people, okay, going against their kings, representing the different governments, all right, and those in authority in these different countries. Okay, all of that shit is coming, man. It's on the rise. All right, it says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. All right, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. All right, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. Okay, but yeah, I wanted to grab that, showing you that yes, this place, all right, by many ways is getting destroyed currently from the inside out. Okay, really, when these nations come up against this place, it's just going to be the icing on the cake. all right, this nation would have already been destroyed before that. Okay. And I believe, actually, matter of fact, that took place with ancient Rome as well. Okay. Because America, all right, is also, just the revised Roman Empire, man. It's Rome all over again. Okay. And before Rome's fall, ultimately, you had shit going on the inside that aided in its destruction. Okay. And the same thing is taking place in these times. All right. So he said no nation would dare an armed invasion of the USA. All right. It says politicians who absolutely despise America would have to disarm its people from within before any invasion from outside would stand a chance, man. This place is already destroyed from within, okay? This place is already destroyed from within, man. All right, period. Here's the point, because like all these comments pretty much was saying how no one's going to come up, and, let's see here. No one's going to invade this place. All right. Russia invaded Ukraine. China's ready to invade Taiwan. Nobody's going to invade Babylon, right? It's not what the scriptures say, man. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 43. It says, and they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon and make her afraid. Okay. And make her afraid. They shall come to her and besiege her. All right. The star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Okay. Star represent destruction, man. Those missiles. Then shall the dust and smoke go up unto heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her. Okay. So for you people, you damn powerful Edomites that don't think this place is going to be besieged, all right, and invaded upon, okay, you just don't know the scriptures. Okay. It says they shall come to her and besiege her, the star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Okay. And this didn't happen in ancient Babylon, man. So this showing you, this is clearly referring, all right, to America, which one of its, a spiritual name for this place is Babylon. Okay. It has many different names that, the Most High calls this place. Okay. Because of all the wickedness that's done here. Okay. All right. But yeah, they shall come to her and besiege her. Okay. Clearly shows you that this place is going to be made afraid, man. The pride that you people have is going to be broken. Okay. We just read that. Okay. This place is going to be broken, man. But yeah, you didn't know what the word besiege meant, okay? Besiege, man, represents, see here. It says surround a place with armed forces. Armed forces in order to capture it or force it to surrender, okay? So this place will, just like China is running drills, ultimately besieging Taiwan, okay? So you're just a fool if you don't think that this is going to happen to this place, America, man. That pride has deceived you, okay? That pride has deceived you people, okay? Because we're clearly reading otherwise, man. All right. Okay. Let's see here if I want to grab this. Yeah, I did want to grab it, okay? Because again, going into these times, man. Let's see here. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and 32. It says, and the earth shall be laid waste. Okay, why? Because it's going to be so much goddamn destruction going on. Okay, so much. All right, read 2nd Ezra 15 and 16, man. It tells you it gives you a glimpse of this all the destruction that's about to start taking place. Okay, so really these things are already taking place. Okay, it's just building up. All right, it says, in the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. Okay, and you see that in the shows like The Walking Dead, I Am Legend. Okay, these different end time shows when nobody's working anymore, so the buildings start being overtaken with nature and all those things, man. It says the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers, because they're going to be getting called off to that war, man. It says, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Again, famine, pestilence, war, all right, are going to be the main things that are going to be claiming lives in these times. Okay. But understand it says wars, plural. Okay. Like we went over, man, it's going to be civil wars. Okay. Racial wars. Okay. City against city, kingdom against kingdom, brother against brother. And as we grabbed in the first precept, all right, the words of Yahweh Shah, nation against nation, man. Nation against nation. Okay, that's really what's that World War III that scriptures speak about, man, the third woe to read about in Revelations. We're going ahead and end it off, man. This is Joel chapter 2 from the top. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. All right. And this is what we're doing, man. We're warning you Israelites to get right, okay, before this destruction happens, okay, because, you know, the elect are going to be safe through these times of war, man. All right, because we got the power dealing with us. All right, Lord willing, we're at that number. Okay, it says, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Okay, the time of the visitation, okay, for the wicked inhabitants of the earth, man, is here. Okay, and you people are going to be met with this destruction. All right, and this chapter goes into ultimately giving you a metaphor referring to the destruction by way of those missiles, man. All right, but that is the point. Okay, that's the point, man. That's what inspired me to do this lesson, was just the pride that these Edomites have. Okay, thinking that this place is going to be untouched. All right, we clearly read otherwise. All right, but that'll do it for the lesson. All right, so I'm going to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Wahar Kakadash. All right, now I'll go ahead and actually end it off with the clip, okay, of these let's see here, Russia, you know, running a simulation, all right, of destroying the UK.
Что будет после слов Бориса Джонсона об ответном ударе по России? Вообще на Британских островах, похоже, заговаривают. Зачем грозить ядерным оружием бескрайней России, сидя на, в общем-то, маленьком острове? Остров столь мал, что лишь одной ракеты «Сармат» достаточно, чтобы его утопить раз и навсегда. Все уже подсчитано. Это всего лишь один пуск, Борис, а Англии нет. Раз и навсегда. Зачем заигрываться? Другой вариант – погрузить Британию в морскую пучину российский подводный робот-беспилотник «Посейдон». Он приближается к цели на километровой глубине со скоростью 200 км в час. Нет никакого способа остановить этот подводный дрон. Боеголовка на нем мощностью до 100 мегатонн. Взрыв этой термоядерной торпеды у берегов Британии поднимет гигантскую волну, цунами высотой до 500 метров. Такой водяной шквал является еще и носителем экстремальных доз радиации. Пройдя над Британскими островами, он превратит то, что от них, может быть, еще и останется, в радиоактивную пустыню, надолго непригодную хоть для чего.